Turn left heading 270.
This is Cactus 1539. Hit birds. We've lost thrust on both pitches. Returning back towards LaGuardia.
Okay, you need to return to LaGuardia. Turn left heading up 220.
220.
Sorry, stop you departures. Got emergency returning. It's 1529. He bird strike. He lost all engine. He lost the thrust in the engine, so he's returning immediately.
Cactus 1529. Which engines?
He lost thrust in both engines, he said.
Got it.
Cactus 1529. We can get it for you. Do you want to try to land runway 13?
We're unable. We may end up in the Hudson.
All right, Cactus 15.9. It's going to be left traffic to runway 31.
Unable.
Okay, what do you need to land? Cactus 15.9. Runway 4 is available if you want to make left traffic to runway 4.
ADF, I'm not sure we can make any runway. What's over to our right? Anything in New Jersey? Maybe Teterboro?
Okay, yeah, off your right side is Teterboro Airport. Do you want to try to go to Teterboro?
Yes.
Teterboro, Empire, actually, LaGuardia departure guy, emergency inbound.
Hey, guys.
Cactus 1529 over the George Washington Bridge wants to go to the airport right now.
Wants to go to our airport. Check. Does he need assistance?
Yes, it was a bird strike. Can I get him in for runway 1?
Runway 1, that's good.
Cactus 1529, turn right 280, you can land runway 1 at Teterboro.
We can't do it.
Okay, which runway would you like at Teterboro?
We're going to be in the Hudson.
Hello, my name is Patrick Harten. I'm an air traffic controller at the New York TRACON, and I am the controller that helped Sully land his flight during the Miracle on the Hudson.
Now, what does an air traffic controller do, and who inspired you on this career path?
So an air traffic controller's primary job is to make sure that aircraft get to their destination safely. So we guide them to make sure they accomplish that goal. As far as inspiring me to become an air traffic controller, my father is actually an air traffic controller. Initially, I didn't want to follow the same career path as him, but as I was finishing college with a degree in biochemistry and I had no idea what I wanted to do with it, my dad said, why don't you just check out what I do and see if you like it? And it turned out I did.
That's great. Now, at any given moment, how many aircraft are under your direction and how many colleagues work alongside you?
Usually we have about 7 or 8 colleagues around me working the LaGuardia airspace, different parts of the sector, arrivals, departures, feed, funnel type thing. And at any given moment, you could have up to about 20 aircraft on your frequency.
Now, on January 15th, 2009, the Miracle on the Hudson was one of the most successful aviation disasters in history. What was your role in that success?
So my primary function during an emergency is to assist the pilot and get him everything that he needs. And obviously this was no different. So as the flight was progressing, I made sure the airspace was clear for him to fly wherever he needed to go and that all the runway options were available to him by coordinating with the towers. And by communicating this with Sully in a calm way, we both could remain calm and kind of work the problem, because that's what we're doing. We're both working the problem from different sides of the scope. So by me making sure everything was available for him, he could just focus on flying the airplane and not have to worry about if he needed to go to XYZ, if it was going to be an option for him.
Now, you are an endurance athlete. How did your athletic training prepare you to respond to this crisis situation?
Oh, well, yeah, athletic training teaches you a lot of things in life, especially like I was thinking about the Ironmans, and you get into the marathon portion, say, and you have to run 26.2 miles. It's an overwhelming thought when you're already, 6, 7, 8 hours into a race. But you don't think about the whole marathon. You don't think of the marathon as a whole. You break it up into smaller parts. You think, I got to get to the next water station. And that's a much easier task to manage mentally. And the same thing applies to, bad situations that happen at work. When the emergency happened, I wasn't thinking about how do I get to the total outcome. It's like, what do I have to do first? So you kind of break it up into parts, and you do that, mentally you do that. You compartmentalize everything.
Now, have you met Captain Sullenberger or any of the crew and passengers?
Oh, yeah, of course. I met Captain Sully first time when we both had to testify in front of Congress in February after the incident. It's the first time I met him. And then every year on January 15th, we get together with some of the passengers, and sometimes Sully will be there. Sometimes we'll get him in on a phone call. But we get together to celebrate the anniversary and kind of celebrate life. So we get to see each other a lot now.
I understand he played a pretty key role in your completion of a major marathon.
Yep, the New York City Marathon. When we're coming up on the 10-year anniversary, I've done a couple of marathons. I did Boston twice, but I never did New York City. And I always wanted to do New York City. And I thought it would be cool if we could kind of work that in where Sully would be there at the end to give me my medal when I finished the race. And New York City Marathon was nice enough to accommodate that and made that happen.
What a great event.
I always so much fun. It was great.
Now, a lot of time patients get a little scared when they're stuck in the hospital for a length of time. Were you ever a little scared, like the first day that you had to go back to work after the Hudson landed?
Yeah, of course. So as a controller, to kind of deal with the stress of what you have to do every day, you believe that you could handle anything, and you're total control of the situation or what's going on. But one thing that I learned from the Miracle on the Hudson was that sometimes things will get to the point where it's kind of out of your control. And no matter what you do, you can't really change what is going to happen. You can only handle it as best you could. So initially when I went back, I was a little nervous that something like that could happen again.
Now, has the positive outcome of this event given you confidence that you can handle almost any issue that comes across your life?
Yeah, absolutely. Now that we're 12 years past, and after the initial fear of going back to work, I kind of thought that, or came to the thought process that things can happen that are not good, not optimal, but I have confidence in the fact that no matter what happens, that I'll be able to handle it to the best of my ability. So, and that's really all you could ask for. There's nothing more you can do than just try to handle it to the best of your ability. So I know I can do that no matter what life throws at me.
Well, it's great, Patrick. Thank you for your time today. I know your story is an inspiration to pediatric patients everywhere, and we hope that you continue to have a great career. We hope you don't have to have any more Miracle on the Hudsons or some such things. And thank you for being the inspiration that you are.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay.